Hi everyone, my name is Red. This is Binding of Isaac, Repentance. So yeah, we're gonna start a new file here, and I kind of wanted to just show the game off to everyone and kind of explain like what it's about. Show off a few things that I know about it. I'm pretty far into the game. I have over 400 achievements. The max amount is like 600 something. So we have a lot of... So I have all the DLCs, by the way. So we have a lot of characters here, but we can only start Isaac. I'm going to only play on hard mode, which doesn't make the game actually that much harder. It increases... Well, you'll see. But yeah, so we're just going to get right into it. So Binding of Isaac is a twin-stick shooter. So, you know, you move around. I'm using my controller because my keyboard's really loud, so I don't want to, like, have that come up on the recording. But so you move around with your left stick. Shoot with your right. You shoot these tiers. The story is like, you know, he's this child who's escaping from his mom because his mom's trying to kill him because she's hearing voices from God. If you aren't familiar with the Isaac story, Abraham and Isaac from the Bible. We start with one bomb. We can get items, and every time you play the game, it's gonna be completely new. So it's a roguelike. So every time you play, it's going to be different. So the room I enter is going to be different. The items I pick up is going to be different. The bosses I fight are going to be different. That key spawning that time is going to be different. So it keeps the game really fresh, and you know, really keeps me coming back. I have almost like 300 something hours in this game, and I have a good amount of hours in the original too.
If you guys didn't know that, if you're fighting one of the horsemen, that's a default item you have to get. There's no way out of that. You always have to get the cube of meat if you're fighting one of the horsemen.
And so the fun part about this game too is the items. So this yellow room is the item room. There's one per floor. The items you pick up, you don't really know what they're going to do until you try them out. But I mean, I've played a lot of this game, so I know what a lot of the items do. Like piggy bank. If you take damage, it gives you money. And also it gives you three or four coins to start when you pick it up. On the left are some stats. You can enable that in the settings, but I like having the stats seen so I can see what items do. There's also a mod that I typically play with that tells you what items do. But I'm not playing with that because I think to use mods you have to beat a certain boss at least once. So I don't think I actually can right now, but I kind of wanted to show off my knowledge of the game. Kind of be like a little bit of like a walkthrough kind of thing. I mean, obviously I can't do like a true walkthrough because this game isn't like linear like that. But just kind of show it off, maybe make it a little more accessible for new people trying it out. Even though this game is extremely popular, you know, maybe not everyone has tried it out. So I'm gonna try to just impart my knowledge and kind of just show things off. So. This is the first floor. This is the basement 1. Every floor, so like every floor has 2 floors. So there's the basement 1 and 2, and then we're gonna get into the caves 1 and 2. And eventually later on we'll unlock like variants that are like harder of each floor and stuff like that. But for now it's just one type of floor per 2. So we'll start with the basement 1 and 2, then we'll go caves 1 and 2. And as you unlock more, so you unlock more and more items, right? And as you unlock and beat the game, because you know you beat the game, the more you beat it, the more stuff you unlock. So, the more and more we unlock things, the more and more times we beat the game, we unlock things. So I don't know if you saw that rock was slightly blue and it had a little like mark in it. If you blow those up, you get a blue heart called a soul heart, where if you see my red health up here, if I take damage I can get red hearts to get it back, but blue hearts or soul hearts, spirit hearts some people call them also, if I so actually there's another one right there and I'm taking damage like a silly person, but blue hearts, after they're gone, they do not come back. So but they kind of have some interesting properties which we'll kind of get into as we play. So this boss, his name's, oh my god, what is his name? I think his name's Gemini, I believe. Actually, I could be completely lying to you. But yeah, once we beat the boss, we'll get a free item, or I guess, you know, not so much free because we worked to get it. But we'll get an item, which typically, so different types of places have different item pools. So the item room, for example, has a certain amount of like catalog of items you can get, and the boss room, for example, has different items that you can get. And so, like, for example, there's an item that well, let's see what item we get here. Maybe I can kind of explain. And that tinted rock, I could blow it up to get another soul heart, which I think I probably will do. It's not guaranteed that you get a soul heart, but it's pretty likely. So, like, this item is called Sty, for example. You cannot, under normal circumstances, get this item in the item pool. So it's unique to the boss pool of items. I'm gonna blow this up. We're gonna grab that, and I'm gonna grab this. So Sty is actually really nice. Every item gives you a little description to kind of like guide you a little bit on what it does, but you know you're not gonna know everything just from that little description, right? So Sty makes it so that one of your eyes shoots a higher damage tier, and you shoot a little further. Red chest. Oh my god, you know, there's so much to explain. So I guess I'm just gonna try to explain the things that I deem the most important. That room that we saw earlier is an arcade, which only spawns if you have like a good amount of money. I believe it's like maybe 5 or 6 coins. Then the floor has a chance to spawn it. And as some of you more observant people might have noticed, when we got to this floor, the left side, you might see that little devil icon, and it says 100% chance. I'll explain that in a minute once we get this item. I believe this is adrenaline. Yeah, so adrenaline, the more damage, sorry, the more health that you have, that is like the more, oh my god, Stutter Island, Stutter Chungus. The more like hearts that you have, the red hearts that are empty, the more damage you get, extra damage. So it's pretty nice, thing. So like this is a blood donation machine. I can give blood to get money. Wow, there is actually so much to explain. I'm a little overwhelmed. We got this item called the IV bag, because when you donate to a blood donation machine, you have a chance to get an item, 2 items. But so we got the IV bag. You can also get the blood bag. But I'm gonna actually take all my red hearts with the item, so I have more health. I have more damage now, and I'm gonna pick up these coins. So these are beggars. You give them money or bombs, like for stuff. I'm gonna see what the shop has first, because I want you know, see what the shop has. It might have something good for me. Pills can kind of have like a vast array of effects. That effect, I found pills doesn't do anything. So, you know, it's kind of nice. If we get 55 coins, we'll actually unlock a new character. So, that'd be kind of cool if we could do that in our first run here. An Isaac run, and when we say run, we mean like, you know, getting to the end. So beating a boss or beating like whatever boss you have unlocked as the final boss. An Isaac run can take anywhere from like 30 minutes, 20 minutes to an hour, depending on how, you know, how much stuff you're doing. I'm going to donate 10 coins here. You unlock stuff if you donate money to this machine. There we go. So we unlocked the blue map. I'm going to take this soul heart too, because we're a little low on health here. Yeah, there's a different characters that start off with different stuff. So Isaac in the beginning, he's pretty, you know, kind of our standard character. He doesn't have too many things starting off. Pretty like, you know, average stats. He's kind of your average Joe. Let's see what we got here. A battery that will recharge your active item if you have one, which we do. We do have an active item, but it doesn't take any charge to use. This boss is called the Duke of Flies. He's pretty easy. Just kind of spawns a bunch of flies. You know, we have a good amount of damage, so we're kind of just gonna, you know, work through this pretty easily. Unlocked another, yeah. So early on in the game, we're gonna unlock a bunch of stuff. This item pentagram is damage up. It's actually quite nice. It's a pretty good item. So you might have seen that devil icon from before. So when you get to the second floor, the second basement, you can start getting devil deals or angel deals. I'm gonna show off devil deals because they're pretty cool. You give a heart container for items, and usually these items are quite strong. And, you know, there's kind of ways to make sure you get a devil deal, to ensure that, to not ensure that. A good way to not lose your devil deal chance is to not take any red heart damage. Which I haven't any of this floor. I've taken red heart damage with my item, but that doesn't count. It only counts if you, like, hit a spike. So, like, if I hit these spikes or if I got damaged by an enemy. These items are actually both really good, so I'm going to take both of them. Unlock new character, nice. So, the pack is a damage up. It also gives us some health. And then Whore of Babylon is going to only activate if you're at a half a heart. Or if you have... I actually have no red hearts. So it's going to keep that activated the whole time, which is really quite nice. Because it gives you a speed up and a damage up. So our damage is at 7.51 now. Which is actually quite good. We're going to go back here because I want to give money to this beggar because he'll give us an item if we give him enough freaking coins here. But sometimes these guys are kind of stingy. Also, he actually paid out pretty quick, so that's nice. Box gives you just a bunch of stuff. Got a card here, a pill, speed up, shot speed down, not too bad. I'm gonna keep this death card. We also got a trinket. So if you see in the bottom left of my game, there's things called trinkets, and they kind of give little like effects, and that's also stuff you have to learn, right? So that mod that I mentioned, where it tells you how everything works and like what all the items do, is extremely valuable when you're first learning the game. Because if you're a beginner to this game, you might be hearing all of this stuff that I know, and you might be like, "What? How does she know all this?" Right? Like, this is crazy. But I've been playing this game, for years. And that mod, I mean, back in my day with the first Isaac, you had to look everything up, or just figure it out from playing the game. But now they have that mod that you can install if you're on PC. I'm playing this on my computer. If you're on PC, you can install it, and it will teach you what everything does. This trinket, Ouroboros worm, makes your tears go really crazy. It's kind of bad, so I'm not going to use it. Dim Bulb is quite nice. I'm going to use this card and kill everyone in the room because I don't really feel like dealing with all that. Dim Bulb is quite nice if you have an active item that is completely doesn't have any charge. You get a bunch of stats up, but our item doesn't charge at all. So unfortunately, we're not really going to get any benefits from having it. But maybe we'll get an active item later. So now we're in the caves. Caves 1. Every floor is going to get a little more difficult. But we're actually doing really quite well right now. But what the hell? Why can't I open that? What the hell? That's so weird. What the hell? Oh, because they're still enemy. Okay, I was like, what? Okay, so if I was a new player, I might just pick up this item, right? Because I want to figure out what it does. This item sucks. Do not pick this shit up. It's gonna make us shoot our tears in a really like hard. It's gonna make us shoot in like the diagonal only, which doesn't sound that bad, but trust me, it's actually really quite bad. You really do not want that item. It's really bad. There's a pill that gives you the same effect, so maybe if we like find that pill, I can kind of show it off. But yeah, you definitely do not want to pick up that item. I mean, eventually we're gonna want to pick up every item because, to 100% the game, you want to pick up every item. There's like a little log that in the main menu that shows you all the items you've picked up. But I don't really feel like. I mean, I could pick it up, I guess, if I really wanted to. You know what? Fine, I'll show it off because why not? Show you guys how bad this item is. So now we only shoot in this direction, and I mean, we have a good amount of damage. We shoot kind of fast, so it's not gonna, you know, I can probably beat the run with it. But, you know, if we kind of had, like, not the best damage or, you know, something like that, this would be kind of pretty detrimental to us. Oh yeah, we can press select to open our map. Make it, you know, bigger so we can see. Little tidbit of information there. It's kind of helpful. We're definitely not going to unlock that character with the 55 coins this run. Just because that trinket is not my favorite either. Just because, you know, we only... I mean, maybe we will. I don't know. I forgot we have piggy bank. So unless I really start taking a lot of damage, maybe that'll work out. Curse rooms are pretty good. Usually you can find good stuff in there, but you take damage going in and out. And, you know, we're kind of low on health right now. We kind of have health that can't come back, so I'm not going to take that. You know, you might be wondering, how do you get that bomb? There are certain items that let you fly. So that's how you would get that bomb. Or, you know, there's other ways to do it too. I'm going to pop this card. This card turns me invincible and rainbow and homosexual and lets me run into the enemy for some damage. Peep. Peep isn't too hard of a boss. You know, you kind of have to watch out for his creep that he puts in the ground. If you touch it, it'll hurt you. And the eyes that pops out when he takes a little bit of too much damage can kind of hurt you. And, you know, his tears too can hurt. Ooh. So, you know, you might be seeing, like, kind of how this whiz shot isn't very helpful. I mean, it can go over rocks. Those are called spectral tears. So it gives me the spectral tear effect, which is kind of nice. I'm going to go to the next floor. So, I know I'm definitely trying to explain everything, but I know it might be kind of going a little fast, and I might be kind of not explaining everything. There's definitely a lot of stuff to explain. But yeah, so now we're in the caves 2. So the next floor we go to is going to be the depths. Which, if we get to the depths 2, we'll actually encounter the final boss. I mean, we'll be playing for about 15 minutes, so... in the beginning, when you don't have a lot of stuff unlocked, the runs go really quick if you beat them. Or if you die and you lose. Oh, because I kind of forgot to mention. If you die, you have to start all the way back from the beginning. That's kind of like a staple of roguelikes. And then all those enemies died because I had a black heart and I lost the black heart, so it damages all the enemies in the room. Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink because I'm getting a little tired from talking. Okay, I'm drinking some Sprite. It's quite nice. These arcades are pretty cool. You can get some pretty cool stuff going on there. You know, the enemies, a lot of the stuff you're just gonna learn from experience, right? So even if, you know, you watch me explain everything, right? You're not really gonna, you know, a lot of this stuff is you just gotta learn from, like these enemies spitting out tears when you kill them in a cardinal direction. You know, you're not gonna know that the first time you play. Binding of Isaac used to be a game that I was actually really quite bad at. You know, I started playing the original in middle school. Actually, probably even before middle school, elementary school. Because this item is actually, I will use it to show you guys something cool. But the original is not very good. I mean, okay, I mean, for when I was playing it as a kid, I really enjoyed it, but it kind of is held back in a lot of ways. It's held back in a lot of ways from the you know, the engine it's developed on. It's developed on Flash, which is not really supported anymore by, like, you know, most modern browsers. I mean, you can play it in a browser, but, you know, there's a Steam version, so, you know, it's quite aged, but it's not a bad game. And actually, I think we're probably gonna unlock Kane here. We get the 55 coins, but it is by no means a bad game. But if you're gonna play Isaac, I would definitely recommend playing Rebirth, which is this version. Oh, what the hell? I got Ivy back again. That's so weird. I guess Blood Bag we just don't have unlocked yet. So this item, Unicorn Stump, turns you invincible for a little bit. But not like the type of invincible we were earlier. You can't damage... Wait, I don't think... No, I don't think you can damage enemies with it. Oh, greed. Yeah, see... Yeah, so you can't. It just turns you invincible. But those blood donation machines, you can use them even if you are invincible, which is really quite nice to get a lot of coins, get a lot of money. Actually, a little bit of an added advantage here that we can shoot diagonally, because greed can only shoot in cardinal directions. Or spawn enemies, that's like his two things. These guys up here can kind of hold money sometimes, or they'll spawn spiders and be kind of rude. These flies can't hurt you. Troll bomb. He's gonna follow us and blow up. These guys shoot pretty fast. The one thing I'm not gonna explain is the enemies. I think I'm gonna get I'm already kind of lightheaded from how much I'm speaking. Is that weird? I don't fucking know. I don't know if that's like normal. This card lets us have homing tiers, which is quite cool, pretty cool. And we're gonna unlock Kane. Look at that. So we unlocked two new characters already, which is pretty cool. More items we're unlocking. This is Guppy's Collar, which gives us a chance to come back to life, which is quite nice. Ooh, I'm so taking that item. These are all actually really quite good items. That one lets you fly. It gives you a speed up. This one gives you these like flies that damage. Like this gives you a little baby that spawns like enemy. Like I'm talking way too fast. Excuse me. Gives you a little baby guy who spawns little blue flies that attack things. I'm not used to speaking this much. But this one. This symbol is called Brimstone. And we got another character. Look at us. Oh, we got a little... If you get a combination of items, you get a transformation. So now we can actually fly, which is pretty cool. Brimstone is an iconic item. Look at this. Oh, and I forgot we shoot diagonally, too. That's pretty cool. So you charge it up, and you shoot frickin' blood out of your frickin' face. Isn't that wild? And, you know, we definitely could have gone back and kind of accessed certain things that we couldn't have earlier with our flight, but I don't really care. Yeah, Brimstone is actually definitely one of the best items in the game. And what's nice about starting a new file is, you know, there's so many items we haven't unlocked, so some of the better ones we're gonna kind of have a better chance of getting. So yeah, Brimstone was in the original Isaac. They had this really cool glitch where you could like hit enemies multiple times and do a lot more damage if you pressed in the same direction like multiple times. So I mean, they patched it, and it doesn't exist anymore in Rebirth. But Brimstone is really quite strong, and you know, they updated the graphics. I mean, this synergy with and also just look how it moves. Like, oh my god, that is so cool. I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna blow this up. Yeah, these gray chests you have to open by blowing them up. But yeah, so the enemies are just gonna keep getting a little harder. We're in the depths 1. We only have one more floor until we get to the final boss. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just shredding these enemies with Brimstone. It's a fantastic item. Honestly, I don't even need to go to the item room, and actually we can unlock. If we skip 2 item rooms, we'll actually unlock another character. I don't know if it's gonna work because you know there's no right now we don't have another floor after the final boss, so I don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try. But yeah, I mean, you know, with Brimstone, it's a joke. I mean, this is too easy. Jesus Juice is nice damage up. It's also in the Angel Room pool. You can kind of see these little fun cutscenes. Learn more about Isaac's life. Okay. Start at the depths too. So at this floor, we're actually gonna encounter the final boss, which is gonna be our mom. Which is super exciting. Oops, I did not mean to take that damage. We gotta be a little careful here, else we're gonna. I guess I'll show off something cool. So Normally when you're going through these curse rooms, you take damage, right? But if you have flight, you only take damage on the way out. But also we have that item, My Little Unicorn. So I'm going to activate it to open this chest, because that chest would have hurt us, and then we can just leave for free, which is quite nice. You know, I think, I mean, not to like brag, but I think I'm making the game look pretty easy. But you know, it's like if you start playing this game and you're struggling, you know, do not feel bad. The game, especially when you're first starting out, is really quite difficult. You know, getting used to the controls, getting used to, you know, shooting stuff. I'm gonna use the unicorn stump and try to get more coins. Why not? So you know, do not feel bad if you know, you're playing and you're really struggling a lot and you're dying a lot. Dying is part of the game. You know, there are gonna be runs that I lose. There are runs that I lose all the time with other characters, and you know, in my main file. So you know, if you're starting to struggle a little bit, if you're struggling a little bit, you're not quite getting it. Don't feel bad. It's okay. Just keep trying, and you know, one day you'll get as good as me. But there's people that are even better than me at this game. I still haven't 100% of the game. You know, I'm at 400 out of 600 achievements, so you know, not too shabby. But you know, there's still a lot of things I just have not done, have not beaten, and that's okay. I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. Just like, you know, if you're first playing the game, you might be figuring things out for the first time too, and that's kind of like the beauty of the game too. 99 coins. Do we get an unlock for this? We don't. Well, that's the max. So, you know, we have max coins. That's kind of fun. But yeah, don't feel disheartened if you're dying a lot, if it's really hard. Because trust me, when you get really good at this game, when you start figuring stuff out, and you're, you know, figuring out what items go with what, and you know, like the discovery, the exploration is really what makes the game so much fun and so beautiful. So you know, yeah, I really recommend give it a try. This game goes on sale with like the Steam sales. You can get it for pretty cheap. You can get the DLCs for cheaper. Data miner. I'm not super into this item. Not gonna. It changes your stats and also makes makes the room look weird, right? I think. Yeah, that's kind of fun. But you know, not really my go-to. I'm just gonna buy items. These machines restock the room and also like refresh it. So you know, I'm just gonna keep buying items because you know, we're here. We might as well. Buying items, you know, unlocks us stuff, and I have the money, so why not? Spider Mod is actually a reference to. Oh damn! I want that one. It's actually a reference to this mod for the original that showed health bars and let you like kind of cheat and stuff. So that, you know, I remember when I first saw that item for the first time, I was like pretty excited. I thought that was pretty cool. So we're gonna grab Champion Belt because it gets a damage up, and damage ups are pretty helpful. And champions, I don't know if you've noticed, any of the enemies sometimes have a different color. Those, let's see. So there's none in this room, unfortunately. I can't show it off. But champions have a higher spawn rate in hard mode, which is, you know, what makes it hard or whatever. All right, so this is gonna be the final boss. I want to show it off. It's your freaking mom. Jeez, what a bad mom, right? Not bad person, by the way. So she's gonna spawn a lot of enemies. She pops out in these doors. Also, her foot is gonna try to stomp us. But you know, as long as you see the shadow coming, you can kind of dodge it. And you know, since we have Spider Mob, we can see exactly how much damage we're doing, which is kind of fun. All right, so she's almost dead here. Let's see. And so normally when you beat her, I'm just gonna do it. We get a cutscene.
Mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I told my lord. I love you above all else. Isaac's mother repeated.
Dude, she's gonna freaking kill him.
This was the was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his
Oh my, his face is so cute.
sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that,
Don't do it to me,
it was
no.
over.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, boom, we beat the game. We unlocked the womb, which is after, it's after the, after you kill mom again. So yeah, we unlocked a bunch of challenges. I don't know if we're gonna unlock Samson. Unlock the Harbingers. We do not unlock Samson. Okay, that's okay. So yeah, our little picture is gonna change now that we got further into the game, which is kind of fun. Also, we get a daily challenge, which I already played on my other file, so we can't play it. But yeah, so we have Isaac now. We have Cain. So he's actually higher damage than Isaac, and he's a little faster. But he also has an item called Luckfoot. Azazel's unlocked. Lazarus. Don't have Eden yet. So we could just do Isaac again. We could do Cain. Let's do Lazarus. So I mean, you might kind of have noticed if you're familiar with the Bible at all, which is not something I say very often. This game has a lot of biblical references, which, you know, I mean, I grew up Catholic, so, you know, being privy to that knowledge was kind of fun as a kid. I was like, you know, I was like, oh my god, like, it's freaking, the freaking Bible reference is freaking crazy. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Because I thought I was like the smartest little kid for figuring that out. I was like, oh my god, like it's like the freaking Bible. I was like, I thought it was like brain, like intelligence 100. Like that's what I thought. So Lazarus has a cool ability where they actually changed in Repentance, where he can come back to life every floor. So once a floor. So, you know, in the top left it says ×1 because I have 1 health or 1 extra life. Jesus Christ. And if you come back to life as him, you actually get a damage up, which is quite nice. I forget if it's permanent between the floors or not. I can't remember. And the first item we got is called Cricket's Body. It's actually quite a useful item. I'm gonna put the bomb here. Nice. Get some more soul hearts. Yeah, it's a really item that has like a splash effect, which is really helpful, and you know just can also synergize pretty well if we get like some cool items later. So yeah, let's see what happens. On our second run today here, I actually kind of want to show you something called a secret room. Oh my god, wait, I have no bombs. LOL, I can't show it to you guys. Next floor, maybe next time we have a bomb, I'll try to show it off. Because there's actually a secret room and a super secret room on each floor that we usually cannot see on the map. So you have to figure out where it is, and then there's like rules for you to kind of rule out where it is. But yeah, I'll kind of explain that next time I have a bomb. Maybe I can show that off for you guys, because secret rooms are really helpful for getting money and getting items and that sort of thing. This item is really good. It makes you shoot faster and gives you 2 soul hearts. Makes your eyes look like pretty weird too. Yeah, we're gonna move on. And what's nice is we actually have we have like stuff to do after we kill mom now, so which is pretty cool. Get to show off more of the game, which is really fun. I like doing that. You can see Cricket's Body is kind of putting in good work here, doing a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, excuse me. That Sprite is making me burp. I'm gonna go in here. Anything good? No, I'll open it. Pretty Fly. Pretty Fly is nice. Gives you a little fly guy who protects you from bullets and stuff. Still no... Okay, I was about to say still no bomb. So, with this bomb, I might be able to show off, see if I can find a secret room. So we know... Well, okay, I'm not even going to get into it yet, because it's kind of a lot. If you're new to the game, don't worry about secret rooms. Just worry about beating the game. It's not really that important. Some more bombs. Nice. Oh, also, I didn't mention. I mean, you guys probably noticed, but after the first floor, you have to use keys to open treasure rooms, and this item is quite good. It's a damage up, health up, stigmata. It's also an angel. It's in the angel pool too, so if you get an angel room, you can see that there. So I think I have discovered. I think I know where the secret room is. So if you see on the map here, I'm in that room that's highlighted. Right here, there's that gap. I wish I had like a pen or something to draw. So secret rooms like being connected to as many rooms as possible. So, and there's no rocks in the way, right, of an entrance. So we know, like for example, there are rocks here, right? So the secret room cannot be that way. But there are no rocks on each side, so I'm pretty confident that the secret room is here. Boom. So we got some money. Can blow these fires up. I don't have an explosion. We can put those fires out, I suppose. That would be like the thing to say. I don't really know. And there's also a super. Not that many supers. There's a super secret room. I don't really fuck with pills. I'm good. Which has some other rules attached to it. And I could try to show that off too. We'll see. The ladder, it's a decent item, but I'm just gonna level up my donation machine. Get the shops to, because eventually you can get shops to have 4 items, which is quite helpful. Or 4 like, kind of like, not 4 items, but 4 things to buy. There's usually only 1 or 2 items in the shop. So yeah, I think I can show off the super secret room here too. And finding a secret room, I mean, sometimes it happens by accident, if like an enemy blows up or whatever. But yeah, finding them is pretty satisfying. So the rocks are against this, right? So I mean, well, secret rooms, that's the thing. Secret rooms, they like to be by themselves. They're kind of a loner. And they cannot be. No secret room is ever going to be touching the boss room. So we know it's not here. We know it's not here or here. And I think it could be here, but I'm actually feeling it to be here more. So we're gonna try to line this up a little bit and see if I get it right. Okay, so I think then it has to be here. I think. I mean, there's another location I'm thinking of, but I'm assuming it's here. Okay, so I was wrong. Yeah, see, I even get it wrong. Honestly, a lot of the time. I mean, especially when the floors get bigger, it's quite difficult to find a secret room. Dark Bum and that Rotten Baby we saw in last run is here. Yeah, I'll grab it. Why not? And a little cool trick here is you might be like, oh my god, there's spikes. What do we do? What do we do? But we can, if there's a hitbox that we can just kind of go right past and grab it. How freaking cool is that? So we have Rotten Baby's going to spit out these blue flies that deal a percentage of our damage. Or it's actually like multiplied, I think. I think it's like a 1.25x multiplier of our damage. Something like that. So yeah, he's pretty helpful. I like Rotten Baby. He's nice. I like his design too. He's cute, He's not my favorite familiar. I don't even know if we have my favorite familiar unlocked right now. We'll find out eventually. Yeah, things are going pretty well. What's in here? I'll show this off. So if you open these, you have to fight some enemies. You have to fight 3 waves of enemies. Which, the enemies are pretty easy, so I'll do it. Get some coins, whatever. And one more, and then we're gonna be done. And it's the challenge room. We call this challenge rooms. The challenge room is also quite nice if you need to fill up your active item, because each wave of enemies counts towards your active item. So that little tip for you might be kind of helpful in the future if you need a charge. Haven't been finding too many active items. Maybe we'll have one here now. Okay, this guy's called Bumbo. He steals your coins and then gets like... So he starts off as a little head, and then he like grows a body and stuff if you feed him coins. He's an okay item. Not like in love with him. Like I guess I'll give him my coins, I suppose. I'm like, yo, secret room here? Nope. Then I have another idea of where it could be. Whew. But yeah, I hope everyone's 2025 is going pretty good. Mine's been up and down. But I'm here. That's all that really matters, right? I mean, me when I lie, that's just not true at all. There's a lot more that matters than... I don't know. Whoa, this is getting philosophical. I mean, being alive is important, but there's other things that matter too. I'm like curious of where the secret room is. Could be down this way, perhaps. How about up here? No, you can't, because also there's a gap. See, we can't touch that wall, so there's not a secret room that way. Anytime you can't touch the middle, like the wall, there cannot be a secret room. I'm like kind of inclined to say there could be a super secret room there, but also it would be touching the shop, so I don't believe it's actually gonna be a thing. Oop! I did not think that was gonna hit me. Super secret room here, maybe? Nope. Okay. Jesus Christ. How about here? Nice. So this is the secret room. I mean, it's not that important, right? We didn't get anything too crazy. But sometimes you can also get... The secret room also has its own pool of items. And there's actually some quite good ones you can get later on. So, it's kind of good to practice, figure out how to do that. PhD is quite a good item. But I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab this. 2 of diamonds multiplies your coins by 2. Make this up to 40. Maybe we can unlock something new. Okay, so maybe when we get to 50. But yeah, so... a lot of like the skill when it comes to Isaac is kind of adapting to what the game gives you. And also, I think this guy's name is Mega Man, perhaps? Or Mega Maw? I don't know. Something like that. It's Mega something. But, it's adapting to what the game gives you. And also dodging. This item's quite good. Damage up. Speed up. Got a new thing, too. It's quite cool. Also, look at this. Look at him. Jesus Christ. Your character is always going to kind of look pretty weird towards the end of the game, which is, always kind of fun. Oh my goodness, he ate a freaking razor blade. It's freaking terrifying. I'm definitely not going to do another run after this because I'm very tired. I'm tired of talking. I kind of don't like these guys. They're kind of annoying. These guys are called hosts. It's like one of the few enemy names I actually know. I also know this other enemy, which we might encounter in the depths, called a Keeper. God, I hate them. They're so annoying. There's also a character you can unlock called the Keeper, not to be confused with the character. I'll pop his pill, see what happens. Makes me smaller, which is good. Your hitbox decreases. Golden Horseshoe is a good trinket and gives you, I think, a chance to have an extra item pedestal at the item room, so you have multiple options, which is kind of nice. But I think one of the hardest things to learn is the trinkets, because you really don't know. Bomber Boy, you really don't know what these do half the time. Bomber Boy's pretty good. Another pretty fly. I'll pop this too. Friends Till the End gives you some blue flies to help you out. Vocals? Something cool here, you can bomb a rock and the rubble will fill a hole, which lets you walk over it. So we can get this chest. I mean, well, it kind of wasn't worth it, but that's okay. Yeah, Bomber Boy is pretty good. I mean, just I kind of want to show off how big the blast radius is. And if you get like another bomb item, you know, you can get some really strong bombs going on here. Car battery is pretty good, but we don't have an item to use it with, so. Yeah, I'll grab this. Fine. But as you can see, this floor is getting huge. Like, finding a secret room here is going to be a little more difficult. But you know, maybe we can find like a super secret room. Like I'm having a hunch that maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Okay, that's fine. It's cool down. Honestly, I didn't even care though. Do this. Yeah, bombs can really help you take out bosses if you're new to the game too. They do a lot of damage because they pierce armor too. Health up, which is nice. We're gonna move to the next floor. So maybe I hope we can find a keeper because I really don't like them and I want to spread the hate. Keepers are really annoying, especially if you have like not a lot of damage. Keepers just suck, man. Oh my god. Okay, so our trinket helped. It actually worked. Kamikaze. Kamikaze is definitely the worst item here. Fire Mine is pretty good. Turns our tears, makes them fiery. But I kind of want to be silly and grab this one. So Kamikaze, you can use it as much as you want, but as the name kind of implies, you use your own. You take damage and you blow up. But also now that I have that Bomberman item, and actually, it kind of works pretty well. It's infinite bombs as long as I have the health, basically. But if you're new to the game, like don't use Kamikaze. It's not good. I have a lot of health, and you know, the game's kind of easy right now, so I'm just kind of having fun. Could also use Kamikaze to open like a secret door if we really wanted to. So yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage as you can see here. It's not going to be sustainable. Ooh. Cool. Still Bumbo's coming by accident. My bad, bro. We're going to blow this guy up because we can. Probably should have used one of my actual bombs for that, but... Okay, I got the item room. Let's just do this. Oh my god, wow. Kamikaze does do a lot of damage. I kind of forgot, to be honest. Both these items I'm not really crazy about, so I'm not going to take them. Whew. You can also bomb open doors that are closed. So, like, kind of when people are speedrunning, they do that sometimes. Or, you know, if you're, like, in a room and you're, like, think you're going to die, you can do that to get out. Gonna be a little more careful with when I'm kamikazing because I'm kind of taking a lot of damage here. Oh my god, there's 3 pins in here. I thought there was only 2. Oh, pins are pretty easy, boss. Give me this. How fun is that? Hey, as tempting as it is, I won't use the item in here. But yeah, those champions, they also have more health. So you kind of have to be careful with them. They also do a full heart of damage compared to the normal half a heart. But when we get later into the game, after you beat Mom, everything... So like, once you get into the womb and onward, everything will do a heart of damage instead of half. That's definitely where the game can get a bit more difficult. So, you know, me using Kamikaze like this is a little unwise. Definitely going to grab that. Blow us up too, why not? Got some money, which is nice. Haven't really been giving Bumbo like any money. Sorry, dude. When you level up Bumbo enough, you can also like throw bombs at people, which is great, but also like it could hurt you. I don't know if his bombs will be Bomberman bombs. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Okay, give me this. Let's see what's in here. I forget what this is, but it makes spiders friendly. I'm gonna take. I think this is called like something sack, juicy sack. Yeah. Love me a juicy sack. Oh, okay. Oh, I really don't want that to be in the video, but I'm probably gonna. Equality. Trinket's kind of not that good. Like look at that. It just destroys everything in my path. Gonna grab this. That actually wouldn't be bad, especially with the item because Juicy Sack also drops those blue spiders. So getting that item actually would not be a bad idea. So maybe we can get some money. We'll see. Good. I got some health. Secret room? No. Spawn this in. Blow it up. Pill. What does it do? Puberty. Doesn't do anything. Unlike real puberty, it does do quite a lot to you. These guys will turn invisible. You gotta kind of watch out for them. Strength. If you blow these up, you can get a soul heart. There's a chance. We got lucky rock. Nice. I fixed my eye. Sorry. Unfortunately, we did not get anything, but it's okay. Coins? Coins, perhaps? Coins? Bumbo. Don't take my fucking coins. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm thirsty. Let's see what this guy gives us. I got some bombs. If you try to blow him up, he'll get pretty angry at you. Remote detonator. That'll give us +5 bombs, and then it lets us remotely detonate our bombs. I know you're like shocked by that, right? Honestly, probably kind of a better idea than kamikaze. I probably should like not use kamikaze. I'm gonna pop the strength card here too. Gives us more damage for the room, and more health and more everything. Yeah, Mom really isn't too bad. There are champion versions of Mom too. There's champion versions of bosses which can be harder. There's like a red version of Mom where she can she just keeps stomping you. It's kind of hard. Box. It's gonna give us Hierophant, perfect. Pill range up, not bad. Ace of Spades gives us a greater chance to get cards. And from here on out, there's no more item room. So actually, I'm gonna replace that. You might be asking, Red, what is this giant hole in the wall? If you get to Mom with, I think, under 20 minutes it is, there's a boss rush where you get a free item, and then it starts. All of these kind of suck. So I'm gonna grab this one since we have a lot of bomb items. You have to kill a lot of bosses for this, so I would be really careful about when you choose to do boss rush. Like, I mean, even with like, I mean, you know, I'm a little confident in my abilities and all that, so I chose to do boss rush, but you know, we could die here. Like, yeah, you gotta fight like some of these bosses we haven't even seen yet. So you just kind of gotta be careful, choose wisely, pick and choose when you do boss rush. I mean, obviously, I've fought all these bosses before, so I know what's up. It's not too hard. You know, it's not hard enough to where, with our current build, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. But also, you know, doing boss rush with every with a character, you can unlock stuff. So I don't know what you unlock with doing boss rush with Lazarus, but I suppose we'll find out after we beat it. You can get a mod that tells you how many bosses there are left to fight, that's kind of helpful. I would assume. I don't use the mod, but you know, seems like it might be kind of helpful if that's like your thing. That's what you want. All right, not doing too bad. Got some health sitting on the floor too. Things get a little scary. Our Our bombs are really helping us out here. I want to say maybe we're almost halfway. Famine. Oh wow, I just killed him straight up. Wow. We're running just a little low on bombs here, so I gotta be a little careful. That's who I choose to use my bombs on. He's gonna shoot a brimstone laser, so we gotta be careful. Ooh. This boss, the bloat, horrible boss. Can be very difficult. I do not like him. Most people do not like him. If you ask most Isaac players, they're going to tell you they do not like the bloat. We have some health sitting around, so I think we're going to be okay. Going to use a bomb on this guy. Forget what this guy's boss name is. I think it's like something. Cytoplasm or something. I don't fucking know. Something like that. Ooh, alright. Almost done, I think. As you can see, you know, not going too bad. I think if we didn't have the bombs, this would be a lot more painful, I feel like. But with the bombs, not too bad. Nice. Yeah, actually, it's funny. I've forgotten a lot of these boss names because I always skip the little boss animation at the beginning, so I don't always see their names. That's Larry Jr. I mean, everyone knows Larry Jr. Come on. Brownie. Brownie's kind of not the worst boss, just kind of annoying sometimes. Shoots a lot of projectiles, which if you're not careful, you can get some damage, like that. I forget that guy's name, but not the biggest fan of him. Okay, we're taking damage. Alright. And you're dead. Nice. Another angel. I think this guy's name is Gabriel, and we're out of bombs. Ooh, that's not good. That dodge was also completely on accident. I always forget which angel goes horizontally and which one goes vertically. But I think we're doing okay. That guy's dead. This guy can be kind of annoying. But, oh, I want to show something kind of cool when you kill him, though. You're going to be like, it's a little jump scare. You're going to be like so terrified. It's not even funny. Let's see. Look at him. Look at in the center of his head. Little Isaac head in the middle. Isn't that scary? It's going to get you. Oh my god, the freaking Isaac is the funniest shit. Alright. This guy, we already fought him earlier with Brownie. It's his, like, tinier version. Who's here? Oh, it's Loki, okay. I like Loki. He has a fun design. He's a funny guy. He's so cute. Look at him. Yeah, a lot of designs are very cute in this game. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. Nice. Still not done. Wow. This is definitely... I think I will always kind of underestimate how long boss rush is. Really wish I saved my bombs from Monster 2. Okay. Cool. Great. Still not done. Widow isn't too bad. This little spider guy is not. He's not too bad. Oh, the Carrion Queen. I'm not a big fan of that boss. If I had any bombs, I could make it. You can like put bombs in their mouth when they charge you, like Dodongo, like King Dodongo from Ocarina of Time, which is kind of fun. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously the game is very Legend of Zelda inspired, like the original Legend of Zelda. Heart containers, that sort of thing. Very, a lot of Zelda references. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Alright. She's almost dead. Are we done? Please say we're done. I want to be done. I want to be done, please. Nice. We unlocked Missing though, which I think is actually a pretty bad unlock. Glass Cannon is a really good item, but it makes you take more damage. So again, one of those things you got to be really careful with if you're going to end up using. Alright, so we're in the moon. A little scared, but we're just going to kind of maintain our distance here. I think as long as we kind of play it smart, I think Glass Cannon could really work out for us. That was, you know, a little overkill there, but that's okay. I don't like these guys sucking me in. You're dead? Or not, almost. Bombs. Okay, we gotta be really careful here with these guys popping up. Oh, don't pop up, I'm scared. Okay, one's dead. Another's dead, cool. I feel like beating Boss Rush for the Glass Cannon honestly was kind of worth it. I mean, obviously that wasn't my... I had no idea I was going to get that, but definitely made Boss Rush a little more worthwhile. We got like a spider item, right? I can't remember what did we get? We got... Oh, like the sack bombs. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. These laser guys you gotta be really careful with. Can get you from most distances. Oh, my Envy, nobody likes you, man. God, Envy's so annoying. I mean, Glass Cannon's kind of making quick work of him, but you never get anything for beating him. I mean, I got a bomb, so it's kind of cool, but he always drops a troll bomb. He's kind of a troll, as you might have seen from his face. Oh, okay, that's not good. See, this is what I'm talking about. We took 3 hearts of damage instead of just 1. And now we gotta rebuild our Glass Cannon by getting item charges. Ooh, I'm gonna go back and grab that half heart, actually. So we're a little more durable. Because right now, if we take damage, we're gonna die. I almost died there, to be honest. Oh, okay, almost. Yeah, that's not... Because even if we blow those in there, there's going to be spikes, and then we're going to take damage, and then it's going to be not very good. So if you heard that laugh, these mom hands are going to fall. And if they pick you up, they'll bring you to the entrance of the dungeon. Or, you know what I mean? I'm talking like Zelda. They're going to bring you to the first floor. Oh my god, imagine I did bring you to the first floor. The first freaking room. That's what I meant. Okay, so I just got to be careful. Because if we get hit again, I'm gonna go down. Loki forgot this was the same run with all those bombs. Okay, that kind of sucks. Like that we came all this way and the boss is in this way. But it's okay. Just keep on keeping on here. I really wish we could get those, but it's just not gonna happen. There's a pill in here, apparently. Could bomb it out, but I don't know. I'm not really fully convinced it's going to be something worth my time. We definitely will be blowing up all this shit. Look at this. You also have to be careful because rocks in the womb can sometimes spit tears if you blow them up. So you just got to be kind of careful about that. Ooh. Oh my god, I'm getting a little nervous. Okay. Callus, I think, makes you immune to creep. I know it makes you immune to spikes. Oh, wait. That's actually super helpful. Hold on. I'm cooking. Hold on. I'm cooking. We're going to go back to that room with all the stuff. So watch this. Boom. It was ranged out. Okay, so, you know. Nice, but not really super necessary. Watch this. We're going to go over here now that we have Callus, and we're going to do this shit. Hermit, but there's no shop for us to teleport to. So it'll just teleport us somewhere random. Anything good? Not that good. Let's see. So we're almost going to get to the boss here. I forgot I'm immune to spikes. I'm like scared to touch them. Okay, just gotta be careful with the lasers. Blastocyst. I can read. I'm a college graduate. College graduate can't read words. Good person. Okay, come on. Nice. Okay. This boss really isn't too bad, especially if you have like a big tier like glass cannon. Constellation prize is gonna give you a bonus to your lowest stat. So let's see what it does. A little more range. That's not kind of nice. Shoot a little further. Oh my god, I feel like I've just been talking and talking and talking and talking. I don't know how people do this all day. Hold on, I got an email. This is important. I sound 50. That's not important email? That's freaking important? No, it's complete bullshit that I don't need to look at. What's in here? Do I? Okay, no. I thought I was like, does glass cannon, does that get affected by glass? No, it doesn't. Fish head gives you blue flies when you take damage. Not super helpful. Do one more. Do one more. I hate you. Alright, so if we beat this boss, then we will beat the game again. And I think you need to beat this boss 5 times to get the next like portion of the game unlocked. I believe so, if I'm correct. I think I'm right. Nice. Alright, so I think we're kind of getting our footing back here. I love how red the womb is. I mean, I know like insert a joke here because my name's Red, but like I just love the color of it all. Oh, okay. Yeah, see this asshole. Yeah, you thought we died, right? You thought we died. Come on. That asshole is starting to shoot bombs, which can be could be very detrimental to us. And I also have 1 health, so this is not good. I could die here, which would be really kind of embarrassing. Did we blow up everything in this room besides the beggar? We totally did. Fuck, okay. Oh, okay. Is health up in here, maybe? Magic 8-ball. That's a shot speed up, and also gives you a higher chance for. I mean, it's just not relevant to what we. I mean, we could. It also drops a card, which might be kind of useful, but I'm gonna avoid it for now because we'd have to fight 2 bosses if we pick that up. Okay, so Soul Heart is really gonna be quite clutch right now. I'm a little scared of this long room, and for good reason. Look at it. Woo. Oh my god, I hate the fucking bosses that burrow into the ground. They make me so anxious. Okay. Good trinket, but there's no more item rooms, so. Oh my god. So not super helpful. Cool. All right, you're dead. Yeah, so glass cannon, as you can see, is can be really quite helpful and quite strong. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, it's just pin. Pin. We're friends, right? Nice, thank you. All right, let's try to. So we're gonna beat the final boss. It's called Mom's Heart. We're gonna try to beat it. We'll see what happens. Well, I haven't fought Mom's Heart in a while because it gets replaced by a different boss later on. Did you see that motherfucker do the fucking bomb? He almost killed me. I think this will lead us to Satan. Yeah. So the only other final boss in the early after you beat Mom for the first time is Satan. And I think it's completely up to chance whether this portal spawns. So we're gonna try. We'll try it out. See if I can warped baby. We can see if we can beat Satan. Satan's not too bad. A little harder than Mom's Heart. But yeah, let's see if we can do it. I think we can. As long as I don't get hit. Sloth, 2 sloths. I remember when I was growing up, I used to think the 7 deadly sins were pretty cool. Like, just like as a concept, I always thought they were kind of cool. So spooky. And you know, that was one of the things I noticed in the game too when I was a kid. And I was like, oh my god, like the 7 deadly sins, they're in freaking Isaac. I was like, I thought it was so cool. I'm gonna grab this card. I hope it's good. The sun actually super helpful. That was not cool at all. We know where the secret room is from the world card that we activated. 2 bombs, I mean, you know, whatever. Blow up these guys, see if they drop anything cool. Spiders, I guess that's kind of cool, I suppose. Oh, I want that bomb though. Okay, another room that I'm a little afraid of, but we're gonna figure it out. You know, when these guys split up, it's not honestly, it can get pretty scary. I mean, it wouldn't be as scary, but like the penalty for me getting hit is just so high right now. Oh, this guy is really scary. Okay, so we need to rebuild our glass cannon. So let's rebuild it so we can fight Satan. Nice. Does this work? Cool. Okay. So watch this. So Satan starts off 1, 2, 3. With you have to fight the Fallen. Fallen's pretty cool. I'm throwing the game now. Hold on. Oh, not too bad. The Fallen's not too bad. We gotta fight Satan Chungus here. So, oh my god, I'm getting really stressed. I'm getting very stressed right now. Nice. Okay. So then we're gonna fight one more phase of him, and then we're done. His little legs are gonna pop. He's gonna try to stomp us like mom. We're gonna use the sun card here. And we did it! Nice! Cool. Great. So now if you look at our post-it, we have 3 marks on Lazarus. So we've beaten the Heart, we've beaten Satan, and we've beaten Boss Rush. So that's 3 unlocks. Nice. This is the cutscene you get for beating Satan. I think this is the one where he changes? No. I don't know. Me when I lie. Oh yeah, okay, me when I'm right. Nice. It's just all different characters. Not all of them, most of them. And he's gonna hop in there. Oh my goodness, he's in the chest. Alright, we unlocked Broken Ankh. I'm not that crazy about that. Drink it, it's okay. And nice, so we've beaten Mom's Heart once, so we have 1 piece of the Polaroid, which we need to unlock to like get more stuff. Bethany, yeah, you like being part of the okay. So we would have unlocked Bethany if I hadn't died. That's okay though. So yeah, we have 3 marks on Lazarus so far. We have an Eden token. We have Judas, Cain, and yeah. So I think this is all I'm gonna do for this episode. If you guys want to see more, I also have Greed Mode, which I haven't even talked about. If you want to see more Isaac and see more of me explaining the game and just showing it off, let me know, and I think that'd be really fun. Or if you just want to see me play a new file without explaining it, I'm totally fine with that too. Can we use mods? I don't know. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.